there's a life I could have known, one beyond my wildest dreams. Maybe that road could have carried me to streets of gold. Things aren't always as they seem. Looking back on all the chances that I missed, some I held, some slipped away. One street over where my memories exist, I wonder what would change, I really couldn't say. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known, that would have kept me from the one I had today. Except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known, that would have kept me from the one I had today. Everywhere I could have ended up just like that broken road, with a dead end in my path. Thank the Lord that I've got more than that. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I won't forget the lessons that I don't deserve.
Good morning, Robertson County. How you doing? This is 1100 WSGI, Utah Laverne, and this is One Street Over. Rich Top Rambler singing as soon as they always do our theme song. One Street Over. I listen to those lyrics sometimes when I come in, and if you have not done that, maybe if you're new and you haven't heard me prattle on about it before, listen to those lyrics, because it is such a powerful song and such a powerful message about how we need to know what's going on one street over from where we live, right? And we need to know what's happening. And there's so many good things. We talk about so many good things. I don't know, my father's house is coming to mind right now, I think because of a homeless woman that was with us at Celebrate Recovery last night up in Madison. And, the cold weather shelters weren't open last night because the temperatures were mild. At least I'm assuming that I need to ask Charlene the specifics on when my father's house opens up, but it usually is dependent, and Charlene usually chimes in, but what are the parameters for opening up the cold weather shelter? What temperature does it have to be? Because I know that is an issue up in Nashville with room at the inn, things like that. Depending on what the temperature is, will affect whether or not the shelters are open, and details about how that they navigate the waters with our homeless population. But it was a sweet lady last night that we talked with, and it makes me mindful of, we just never know what's going on, right next door to us, one street over from where we live. I was driving and saw a couple walking down New Chapel, carrying luggage just yesterday, and it's still dark, and I was like, what's going on there? It's all these things, these lives that pass us as we're rushing about our lives, that we don't spend enough time just pausing and thinking about. And we tend to, at this time of the year, to be more focused on the benevolent side of things, and like, where can I give and what can I do? But we have to remember these things are going on all the time, every single day. It's not just we have a lot of people that will try to do something giving or something special during the holiday season, but a lot of the people who run the nonprofits will say, please don't forget us during, February, or during maybe a cold spell in March, or during the summertime when the food pantries are getting a little bit on the empty side. And that's something that, I do want to stress. We had our benevolence center up at Madison Church of Christ, where I was working prior to coming in and doing the show. I was, a full-time school teacher. I mean, I was full-time with the church and have been recruited to be a full-time school teacher. Well, whenever I stopped doing that, working at the Benevolent Center has still always been very, very important to me. And or the work at the Benevolent Center, I don't get to go over there and do a whole lot with that, but the work that they have going on there is just so very important to me. And I know that one of my friends, Julie Thompson, she was telling me last night at church that we were so blessed because the Good Pasture came in and restocked our storehouses, basically. And we are so thankful for that, because they were getting a little sparse. So we do appreciate that very, very much. I tell you what, I'm going to I think I'm having some issues with my feed on Facebook, on my personal Facebook. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run I'm going to run an ad by Barry and Rebecca Richards, and I'm going to check the feed, and then we'll be right back, and I'll talk about what we have coming up today here on One Street Over. We'll be right back right after this.
Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team, my friends and your friends in real estate. If you're looking for somebody to represent you, no matter if you're on the buying side or the selling side of the real estate table, they're a great team. Barry's the marketer. He came out of a marketing background, was a vice president of a marketing company for many years in Nashville, went full-time with real estate. So a few years ago, and so he comes to the table able to make sure everybody knows your property is for sale. If you decide you have property that you want to put on the market, they're going to know about it. And that's key to getting top dollar. Rebecca's been at this a long time, one of the first in the area to be a seniors real estate specialist. We point that out because that illustrates how she studies. She stays up to date on what you need to know to make sure you're properly represented when you come to the table. They specialize in Robertson County, but they buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state lineup in Kentucky. If you want to know more about my friends Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team, go to sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy BUY RobertsonCounty.com. Again, sellwithbecky.com or buy BUY RobertsonCounty.com, and tell them you turned sent you.
It's so funny. I did this one other time on the show. Hi guys, this is 1100 WSGI. If you're one of my folks that joins me regularly on my personal Facebook page, I have like all these different profiles on social media, and I had just started one for Greenbrier High School Audio Video Production. And somehow, whenever I started my feed this morning, I inadvertently hit the that profile, and so we were broadcasting on the Greenbrier page for just a minute. I fixed that, and so now we're here. Hi guys. So anyway, we're waiting on Jamie Nixon and Andrew Fortner. They're coming in to talk to us this morning. We have set up on Thursday mornings between 7 and 7:30. That is our time to catch up on all things sports related here in Robertson County. So they're going to come in and talk to us for a few minutes, and they're going to be a little bit limited on time because we've got, I didn't tell them this, but I'm stealing 5 minutes from them and 5 minutes from United Way because my friend Donovan Hilton, his mom is in town, and she's only going to be here for a few days. And I said, while she's here, bring her by so we can say hello. So at about 25 after, when they get here, we're going to visit with them for just a few minutes, just to say hi to Mom, because she's here for Christmas celebration. Because she's like us. At my house, we are celebrating with my boys and my family on Saturday. And so I'm in a little bit of a dither. So it's just, there's so much going on that last year we moved I had two graduating from
Tennessee Tech last year on the Saturday before Christmas. And so we typically would celebrate at my house on the Saturday before Christmas, and we did not get to do that last year because of the graduation. So we moved it, and we were going to do it on, I guess, New Year's Day, I think is what we had planned. Well, then we had some COVID or something. We ended up not having Christmas until July or January 30th. So I was like, never again. Saturday before Christmas, that is the Vivio Christmas in Springfield. So, but last year it was kind of nice not having to rush and get ready for Christmas, so quickly. And I could just kind of chill and take my time and get things done. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to get Christmas ready and trying to finish up the semester at school and all of those things. And it's just been a little crazy. So yeah, if you're just signing out, I know Paul Rainey's on. He's like, where have you been? I hit the wrong profile on my social media page. So we got it all straightened out now. We're waiting on Jamie and Andrew to come on in here and talk sports with us. We've got Donovan and his mom coming in. Then we've got Brian and Tiffany coming in from United Way. Tomorrow we will have Rachel Culver and Gwen Harder will be in the house with us to talk about, I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about Christmas. And this is where my head has been this morning. I've been studying about Hanukkah. I don't know if you all realize that the first day of Hanukkah is on Sunday. And then it will continue for 8 days. And if you don't know the story of Hanukkah, it is fascinating. It's historical. And it's one of those things that I'm going to do. I got a Hanukkah. Hanukkah is not a menorah. It's different. Hanukkah has actually 9 candles. The one in the center is the helper. Basically, you light the center candle and you use it to light the other candles as you observe the days of Hanukkah and the Festival of Lights, which is the festival of dedication. If you read it in Scripture, Christ celebrated Hanukkah. And so it's a fascinating story about the Maccabees and the Maccabean revolt and how all that went down. And so as we go through next week, I may bring in my Hanukkah and that's like the candles of Hanukkah. But I am definitely going to kind of tie it into Celebrate Recovery, because the whole point of the celebration of Hanukkah, and here's the thing, I listening to Christy McClellan talk about this, and one of the biggest points she makes is people want to consider Hanukkah Jewish Christmas. It is not Jewish Christmas. It has nothing to do with Christmas. Come on in here. It's way before Christ was born. So Hanukkah is not Jewish Christmas, but it is a fascinating historical celebration. And as we get ready to celebrate Hanukkah next week, again, it begins on Sunday, get ready. I just may bring my Hanukkah in and observe that celebration. And I'm just going to just change topics, and we're going to talk to Jamie and Andrew. Welcome.
Well, you're talking about Hanukkah.
Yeah.
I know. I used to, when I was a little bitty kid, I called it harmonica.
Harmonica. No, it's Hanukkah. Anyway, very funny.
Harmonica.
Harmonica. I mean,
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, happy Hanukkah, starting Sunday. So very good. And we're going to talk about it next week. And again, we may just, use our Hanukkah. I just think it's interesting. Our sibling, we were adopted into the Jewish community, so the Jewish families. I think it's cool. Hi, Andrew. How are you doing?
Good. Happy to be here.
Glad to have you guys here.
Yep.
So I was going to say time,
Yeah.
Of course, I'm one to talk. I walked in here at 5 till, and then I was on the wrong page, and I've had all kinds of stuff this morning.
I will tell you this really quick. Ever since Thanksgiving, I usually was a 5:45, 5:50, jump right out of bed, no alarm clock needed. But since the flu, that's changed a little bit.
You just haven't felt good, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just been kind of on me a little bit. I popped up, run a little bit late, told Jordan, I said, I'm on my way. And so, hey, here we are.
Well, I'm glad you're here. And now I want to tell you, we're going to be a little short on time, so we're going to get right to it, because I've got, that microphone's being wonky, but it's working. I've already tested it. I've got Donovan Hilton, who comes in and does a show with me once a month. His mom's in town for just a minute, so we want to slide them in here and talk to them just briefly. So I'm going to steal a little time from y'all, steal a little time from United Way.
I know that we talk a lot about sports, and one of the biggest things, I know it's very dear to your heart, your faith. Andrew Fortner, correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew, you're over all of Robertson County and the White House area with Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the only organization that is allowed to go into our public schools. Our Christian organization is allowed to go into public schools. And it's one of those things that financially I support. And then we actually have, me and my wife, of course we have our children, but we had an extra bedroom, and there's we always talk about missionaries going over to foreign countries. We have a missionary came from a different part of the state just to work here for FCA, and so he lives with us.
How cool.
Yeah, and so he goes in and he does a great job with middle schoolers and high schoolers and things like that. These kids just love this guy. But I just want to set that up for you, Andrew, and let you tell everybody that listens all that you do with FCA and everything.
So let's hear it. Let's get right to it. So are you full time with FCA? Are you a teacher? How does this all unpack?
I am full time and then some. A lot
Okay.
of people ask us that, and really there's so much work to be done. As the Bible says, the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few.
Yep.
And I am just now added staff this year, so now I have plenty of help, thankfully.
Okay, but you work for Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's your ministry. Well, that's cool. I didn't know. I didn't know that was a possibility. I thought it was all done with teachers that say, "Hey, I'll lead that group," or so. I just figured you were a teacher and that kind of thing. That's really cool. So how long have you been full time with FCA?
So since 2020, I actually raised support and came on staff in the middle of the pandemic. And so August of 2020, I really got my start. And you mentioned the teachers. I believe that is the most crucial position. The huddle coach, the teacher that leads their campus.
Right.
Because they're volunteers and they see the kids every single day and really build relationships with them. So I'm very thankful for all those teachers here in Robertson
We
County.
have Miss Gregory at Greenbrier.
Yes,
So,
she do.
yeah.
She is a rock star too.
And I have not had a chance. They meet when I'm doing the show. They meet in the morning, so I have not been able to tap in. I know my friend Matt Driscoll has, connected with them, and because they all. I mean, I worked in ministry for. I mean, I still do. I'm still part time at church, so I mean, it's. And I do mission, so I'm tagged into that. So and that's one thing too, from a teacher perspective. What can I bring in a Hanukkah and just tell them the history of Hanukkah first of the week? Or is that outside the parameters of what I can do as a teacher? Can I approach it? Because, I mean, we have Christmas trees and we say Merry Christmas. Can I say Happy Hanukkah and say, hey, do y'all happen to know about the Maccabean Revolt? And do you understand what this is all about? And this is part of history. And can I do that?
I think it's taught in history. So I'm just saying.
I just was wondering, because I don't know that we don't have some Jewish, students, and I'm just saying. So,
I know as teachers.
Dr. Kazi, can I do that? He's like, Laverne. Anyway, but go ahead.
As teachers, they can't initiate those conversations.
Yeah.
It has to be student initiated, student led is
okay.
the trick there. And then that's why I'm in the schools, and that's why my wife, Maddie, and our volunteers are there, is so we don't put coaches or teachers in a bad spot, and we're able to share the truth of the word and pray for them too.
Awesome. I love it. Well, I just want to know what I can do.
Good question.
Because I'm pretty bold, and so I do have the students. They do initiate because they know enough about me to know that I do ministry stuff as well. And so, and you can go on and read my blogs. I mean, Jesus is all over it. So they will ask me questions. And I had one of them ask me a real deep question. I said, are we sure we want to go here? And so that's the thing. So, so talk to me about what you need from the community, what you've got going on. So just kind of unpack it for us.
So we need people like Jamie to be a walking billboard for FCA. We have an incredible leadership board. Ernie Harper, Melody DeWario, Kelvin Pennell, Jessica Marshall, so many great people on that, and that's essentially what they do. But we need people spreading the word about FCA and that we're the only ministry legally allowed in all public schools, and helping us raise support. Like you said, we are all full-time missionaries, so every penny we spend on donuts, popsicles, whatever we do, we have to raise all of that money. And so whether that's being a banquet or a golf tournament sponsor or supporting us monthly like Jamie does and so many others, that's a huge help. And then we also have over 70 volunteers, so there's plenty of work to be done, like I said. So we do Fields of Faith, fifth quarters, all kinds of events, and all of it is to point people back to the Word and back to our church too.
Now, you also know her good friend Trent Cobb, don't you?
Oh yeah, Trent is also a board member now, thankfully.
Awesome. That is very
And
cool.
we just had a fifth quarter at Greenbrier. Was it last Friday?
I think it was 2 or 3 Fridays ago.
2 or 3
What is
Fridays.
that? What does that mean? I don't
So
know.
basketball game's 4 quarters.
Okay.
So the 5th quarter is all the kids, they hang out. They hung out there in the cafeteria. They had music. They had food. They had games. It was just something for the kids, players, everybody who came to the game. And it was and East Robinson and Greenbrier kids both stayed.
Awesome.
So they stayed after the game, stayed in the school, and just had an event where they were hanging out, gave them something to do after the game.
Okay.
So it's just a great time for students to connect, and also sometimes different for different schools, because you have people like Andrew and some other people that are on staff with FCA that go to all these different schools, and then so they're able to connect at one school, and and 2 guys who might have been playing, or 2 girls who might have been playing basketball against each other, are now over there playing it's not Foursquare, what's it called?
9 Square.
9 Square, the volleyball game, and it's just really neat to see. They were setting up, as I was leaving, because I was broadcasting the ball game, and I could already see the kids hanging out.
See, I love that, and I've got to get better plugged in, because I know from a communication standpoint, they tell us all these things, but it all gets lost in the clutter with me, because I've got so much coming at me right now trying to sort it out. But I want to be a part of this. I really do, as much as I can. My husband's like, Laverne, quit, don't volunteer for nothing else. Don't. But I have, and I say volunteer. I can't. The people who volunteer and give it their time, I'm like you. I'm paid by the church. The stuff I do for Celebrate Recovery, I'm still on staff for that. I've got to find ways to truly volunteer, and I want to be a part. But I really do want to be a part of FCA.
Yeah, one of the best things that you can do is you can go and become Andrew's friend on Facebook. There's also NMTN. Now, is that where you guys, the Northern Middle Tennessee, do y'all talk about y'all stuff on that page a lot?
We do.
All right, so there's a Northern Middle Tennessee Facebook page, FCA page, which the NMTN stands for Northern Middle Tennessee, and that's basically everything north of Nashville. So everything from like a Sumner County, like a Westmoreland kind of Macon County, all the way over to us, right over to Robertson County, and Cheatham County. So you can follow us there. Jordan is really over all of, like I said, Robertson County. So him and his staff, they hit all of the Robertson County schools, and they just do a phenomenal job. And the guy that was here before him, Charles Spartman, did a great job. But Andrew's just taking it to another level. It has really been awesome. He's really connected with a lot of different people, with a lot of different teachers, a lot of different coaches. And past 2 years, you've had your banquet. First year you had Coach Rick Bird, right? Former coach from Belmont. Okay. And then this past year at the center, he had Rudy Kalis, right? Legendary sports person there for Channel 4. So he has those in Springfield. Then he had another one in the White House area. Last year was Ramon Foster from 104.5 and Jay Mart from 104.5. Ramon also played for Tennessee and for Pittsburgh Steelers. So he had those guys come in and share their story. And then this year he had Dr. Kevin Dyson, who was just a yard away from being a Super Bowl champion. And I was at both of those events, incredible events. So those are things that other people can get involved. Just even if you didn't want to become a monthly donor, if you didn't want to become a volunteer, you could buy a table every year, come and have a great meal, and listen to somebody speak. That's a phenomenal speaker, and so that you just have to follow that Facebook page to know when that stuff is coming up. I know we're going into Christmas, but when's your next big event?
So in January, I will begin promoting for our golf tournament, which was sold out and had a waiting list last year. So I'm guessing that'll be full by February or March.
When is the date of the actual golf tournament? When is the event, did you say?
Great question. I believe May 12th this year. It is normally the third Friday in May. But I will clarify that on social media. Okay. So about the third Friday in May. Or Thursday. Sorry, we have to move it to Thursday now.
Third Thursday. Yeah. So
I'm going to put Jordan on the spot. I mean, not Jordan, Andrew on the spot. Jordan's the gentleman who lives with me, who's the missionary, so I'm always calling Andrew Jordan. Can you rattle off a couple? I know that we know we're going to forget some, but rattle off some Robertson County businesses. Because this is another thing, a lot of businesses support FCA. A lot of business owners. I know for one that's in Robertson County, it's in White House, Tal Plumley for White House Farm Bureau. huge supporter at FCA. Can you just throw out some other names?
Yes, so Larry's Colorado Grill, they provide a meal for 250 people at each banquet completely free.
Oh, wow.
So nice of them. Such a big blessing on us. That allows us to raise more money for camp scholarships. And then Bethlehem Baptist is a big church that supports us. Tate Ornamental, Cobb Hill Homes. There's so many in this area that support us very consistently. The White House Chamber is another one. Very thankful for all of them. But there's probably over 50 businesses that support us here in Robertson County.
I love that.
And the reason why I say that is because for a lot of businesses, you can donate and it'd be a tax write-off.
Sure.
But then you're also, it's those dollars that are helping these ministry people, these missionaries to go in and, and for some kids, FCA is all the church, is all the Jesus that they're going to hear sometimes. And really, if you can spark a kid and this kid wants to go home, and he wants to start going to a youth group or he wants to start going to church, sometimes he can pull his family in, and that changes the whole family dynamic.
Absolutely.
Or her. I keep saying his.
Well, we know what you mean. We know what you mean. Very good. Well, and how can people be a part of this? I mean, so how do they get in touch with you? What's the best connection?
So they can email me at afortner, Fortner, at fca.org. And then just let me know what they're interested in. We're doing year-end giving right now. So like Jamie said, a lot of big businesses need that tax write-off at the end of the year. And that's a big help to us as well. So we're collecting money to send kids to camp. A little backstory, at Sycamore High School, where I grew up and went to school, I didn't have enough money. My parents didn't have enough money to send me to 2 camps. So I was an upcoming FCA president, FCA leader, and one of the requirements was to go to leadership camp that summer. And somebody paid my way and sent me at no cost to my family to camp in North Carolina, and it changed my life. I had a blast. I learned more about the God I serve and also how to change my campus and transform it with the gospel. So that camp is around $300 a piece per athlete. So our goal is to send over 200 Robertson County kids and coaches to camp next year. So if they want to donate $300 and send one student, one coach to camp, that's a big help. But volunteering, we have so many events, and even if they just want to bring donuts to Greenbrier High School next Thursday, that's another great opportunity to serve.
I love it. I love it. So many things. And then you talk about the camp, how it changed your life. So what were you thinking you were going to do with your life prior to this? What was your plan?
I wanted to be the athletic director at Vanderbilt University. And I was on track to do that. I was working for the Titans, working for Vanderbilt. But my parents, and my mom and dad, Robin and Darren Fortner,
Yes,
they've been involved in youth ministry ever since the Madison days. And they love it, and they're still in youth ministry. And I was missing that because I was working every weekend, wasn't able to go to church as much. And I just love serving on Wednesday nights with them. And so FCA was the perfect blend of sports and youth ministry for me.
Yeah, it's so cool. And I knew that tie-in, but I didn't know if we were going to bring it up. But that's fabulous. I just love your story. I love your story, and I did not know all that was going on with you. I did not. That is very cool.
But very thankful for Madison and my family, and you and your boys too.
Yeah,
some
they're
great
fun.
memories there.
Yes, it is.
And
yes,
we actually, Northern Middle Tennessee, we now added Good Pasture and Davidson Academy and Hunter's Lane, and that whole area now too falls under our region.
I love it. I can't believe this is what you're doing full time. This is very cool, and I'll make sure my kids see this.
I just put his email. I believe I got the right email there. It is, and also I tagged him so that people will see it, but it's afortner@fca.org.
That's right.
Very good.
So I put his email and everything in there, and his personal Facebook, and Trent Cobb said, "Hey, y'all." So I said,
yeah. Well, and here's I'll just challenge you. Make sure you come back in, okay? Because we do this every week now, and so as we're every Thursday morning, 7 to 7:30 is about what's going on in athletics in Robertson County.
Well, what I was hoping to do was either bring him or bring Jordan, the missionary,
Absolutely.
to the house, and
Maddie too.
And Maddie, bring them in maybe one Thursday out of the month, especially maybe something when they got something coming up to promote. But the biggest thing, and they don't really say this, and he said it a few times, and he just kind of blew, he just kind of ran the stop sign. They raise, no other job do you raise your own paycheck.
Except as a missionary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that is their job, to get out and get people to support them. And the crazy thing about it is, without that financial support, eventually going into those public schools could go away.
You bet.
And if you don't have the staff, and if you can't pay the staff to do the job, you go a year without an FCA member coming to your school. If certain administration gets in there, then they're like, no, we don't. They can always say that.
You better believe they can.
So just having that consistency, having those teachers that kind of rally around them and support them. So the biggest thing, it's as easy as going to the website, the FCA website, and we'll get Andrew to give us the information on that. Just go to the FCA website, look them up. You can do a one-time donation. And you can be a one-time monthly partner, where you can send him, or Jordan or somebody in your area, $25 a month.
Yep.
And that adds up when you get 10, 15, 20, 30 people doing it. And if you think about just, heck, I mean, we spend $10 easily at fast food, just so even if you did $10 a week, that's $40 a month. That goes a long way.
You bet it does. And that's one thing, doing mission work and raising your own support. I've got friends that were down in El Rosario in Mexico and things that have to, and it's hard. It's hard for them to do it. They're doing God's work, and I'm like, don't be embarrassed. Yeah, get up there and tell people, hey, I'm only being able to do this because you're supporting me, and be bold about it. And but I know a lot of very humble missionaries that are just like, because they hate to ask. But it's like, no, you gotta ask. So I'm so thankful that you brought this into my attention.
That's no problem.
I love it.
And
absolutely.
we know it's 7:30, and your other person's here.
Yeah, I see Tiffany and them out there. I don't know if Donovan and them ever made it. I don't know if they're out there or not. But
if I can add one more thing, another big ask of Robertson County, we want to know what the biggest worship gathering in Robertson County history is, and we want to top that next year. We've been working with Cobb Hill Homes, Trent Cobb at the fairgrounds, and we want to have a giant Fields of Faith one Wednesday night in October.
Okay.
And because it's so big, so massive, we need to start planning now. So we want to figure out what the biggest worship gathering in history is, and we want to top that and fill those bleachers with students and with our local churches.
I love that idea. So if you were part of any kind of a big worship service historically, and you want to, give us the parameters on all the details, so we can have a goal. So we can say, okay, there was this many, and so now we got to get, it's like when you're trying to beat, the Guinness Book of World Records stuff. You got to know your benchmark.
Yep.
So very cool. I'm so glad to see you, and so thankful. Whenever I saw the name, I was like, I know him. So awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'll let you go ahead and make your way out.
No
and
problem.
Tiffany and Brian may come on in.
Thank
I don't
you
know if
guys.
Donovan and them are out there. Thank you so much. And you're fine. I'll just teach you about being late. I'll be talking to you. All right. God bless you. Thank you so much. Andrew Fortner, Jamie Nixon here talking about Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and we need you to support them. So get online as you're looking at your year-end support. Definitely get with that and help them out with that, because it's something that is so meaningful. And we're going to pause and talk about my friends Corbin Creek Greenhouse Gifts and Gardening Center. Love them so much. And if you're looking for something unique for Christmas, okay, well, here you go. Go out there and get something handcrafted by Miss Jane herself. I went and got my Christmas apron the other day and picked up some hot holders and a bowl cozy that you use in if you heat up soup in your microwave, you have to have this thing that you put around the bowl and put it in there, so when you take it out, it does not burn you. And they're fabulous, and they're handmade by Miss Jane. Go get you one. And they are just wonderful. My husband had gotten one about 6 months ago, and we fought over it. So I had to go get another one. Now, you can also get things from their CBD supplies that they've got from salves that Amy and Miss Jane make there in the house. The oils, they've got a special sleep oil that would be a great stocking stuffer for somebody. if you've got somebody that has arthritis or inflammation issues and you think, man, they really need to check this out, definitely get over there, pick something up, throw it in their stocking and say, hey, this might help you. That's what my hip replacement doctor told me about it. And I thought it was snake oil until I just thought it was the latest network marketing thing. Well, it's not. It's something natural, from the plants that are grown right here in Robeson County is where it's what we've got at Corbin Creek. So if you're interested in CBD, go right to the source, and that's what you're going to find at Corbin Creek. Now, their hours, of course, they've got their greenhouse just full of beautiful house plants. You can call them at 615-384-3185, 615-384-3185. Their hours are not what they are during the summer. They pull them back a little bit. They're open from 10 to 4, Monday through Saturday, Sunday from 1 to 4. But Amy says if you can't make those hours, just give her a call. She'll meet you. They're at 4920 Highway 161, 4920 Highway 161 here in Springfield. Always please let them know you turned Cynthia. Tiffany's in the house. Anybody else out there? I was expecting Donovan and his mom to come in and just say hi.
No.
You didn't see them?
Anybody out there? No.
Well, I don't know what happened, but Donovan Hilton's one of our regulars. He comes in once a month, and his mom is in town for just a few days. They're going to do Christmas early. And so he was going to bring her by and just say hi for, a couple of minutes. And so I was going to steal a little time from Jamie, steal a little time from you guys. And so, but I don't know what happened. So we'll have to see if we can reschedule it. So what's going on with you, my friend?
Well, first off, we felt so bad about missing your birthday last week.
No.
We had it all planned out. I think we're going to make Brian sing a solo.
Oh, my.
So we didn't want to forget Christmas. So we
Well, you're very
a
sweet.
little
Thank
Christmas
you.
present.
How sweet are you guys?
Anyway,
that is beautiful. Thank you.
We're just so grateful for all you do for United Way.
Thank you. How beautiful. Thank you so much. Got me some signage. I'll add that to my, because, I do photography.
That was exactly why I thought of that for you.
It's perfect. I got the perfect place in the barn. This will be part of the Christmas photo minis next year. That's perfect. And thank you very much. I want to know, I had a great birthday. It was one of those really kind of, I had been telling everybody I'm 60 for 6 months.
Yeah.
And because I'd already embraced it and I'm good with it, and it's fun.
Yeah.
So I'm good, but thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
We just felt really lucky we got to be here on your birthday, and then we were so busy with that morning that
No worries.
we come in here a little frazzled. Sometimes our kids do that to us.
I know. So speaking of frazzled, where's Brian today?
There is a wardrobe emergency with one of his children.
Oh,
so.
I know. Yeah, I hear you. He's got a girl. I don't have girls, so I don't understand that, but I get very tickled at my friends that have girls that have wardrobe and hair emergencies, and it makes them late for school.
Yes.
It's entertaining.
See, my girls are still asleep. That's the beauty of homeschool.
There you go.
I can get out of the house before they even start to have their emergencies. So
that's hysterical.
Yeah.
That is hysterical. Tiffany Thompson is here, and she is what is your actual title with United Way?
Community Impact Manager.
Okay, community. I'm gonna do that this morning. We're doing Christmas on Saturday with my family,
you're
and it's
ready
like,
then.
no, I'm not. Are you kidding me? I'm trying to wrap up the semester at school. I'm getting new computers today, and it's like, yeah, which is wonderful, but it's going to be cray. Oh, we've got Barry Richards is coming out and going to help us unpack our new drones we got for the audio video program. I love Barry Richards. You're just awesome. I played his commercial a while ago. It was recorded because I had messed up I had messed something up and I had to reset. But Barry Richards and Rebecca, they are just awesome with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team, and he's giving of his time to come out and help me at school today because he's just an expert at all those things because he was a vice president of a media marketing company for 17 years, and so he knows all these things. So he comes out and helps me with my audio video class. Thank you, Barry. Appreciate them. Call them. Exit Realty Garden Gate team. So with all those things going on, it's just kind of crazy. So I get it. I'm frazzled too. So
I understand.
You've got Laundry Love coming up?
Laundry Love is, this week. This week on Friday. So today's the last day. If you want to donate any of your linens, we've had a few people clean out their closet and realize they had sheets in there they had never used or had used once. And so we have people brought those by, and you just don't know how much that's going to mean to a family that they've been using the same sheets for 10 years and wash them all. I think your friends are here now, but
just go ahead. We'll wait them in
and
real
so
quick.
so Laundry Love is this Friday. If a lot of our regular helpers won't be able to be there. So if it's something you've been wanting to do or it's something you've done before and have time this Friday, it is a fantastic way to give a couple hours. And so that's from our volunteers usually start showing up around 7:45, and some can stay all the way till noon. But I tell anybody, if you even got an hour in there to come help out, we'll take it. We'll take whatever time you have, because it's just really a many hands make light work situation. There, I can't even tell you the mountains of laundry that are piled up outside the laundromat waiting to be washed. It is, I thought, with 5 kids, 7 of us in the house, I thought I had laundry issues. But when you take the community at large that don't have access to laundry, it's a lot. So we love that. Or financial donations. We, like I said last time, we have had somebody that anonymously donated 2 months worth. So we have enough funds to go through March, but that's not going to get us through the year. So if you're looking to make your tax deductible donations at the end of the year, that's a great place to make some donations. So.
What does it cost per week to do Laundry Life?
It
typically,
costs
on average,
$1,300.
Okay, so that gives you, that gives you something to shoot for. If you think, hey, if I could do that for 1 week or for a month, $1,300 a week would get you there.
Yeah,
so.
13. Yeah, that's our laundry day, and we do it once a month. So yeah, it's $1,300, and that really varies obviously a little bit but in the wintertime, it's actually a lot of times it's a little bit more because the clothes are a little bit bulkier. We also have a lot of sheets and blankets and stuff that get washed more in the winter, and so anyway, it's
absolutely. And so because I know we've got so many things going on, what else do you have coming up that you need to make sure that you get out here today?
I know tomorrow is the Christmas dinner giveaway at United Ministries. And so if you need Christmas dinner, please go make sure that you're signed up. I know with Thanksgiving, and I'm assuming it's going to be the same with Christmas, they did a pre-registration so that delivery day they could just kind of hand them out. So if you're sitting here going, man, I've got nothing for Christmas dinner, but I still want to make it special, contact United Ministries today. See if you can get on the list for their handout tomorrow. And so that's going to have, it's very similar to the Give Thanks boxes. It's got the stuff for all the sides, and then like a gift card for your like ham or turkey or whatever your traditional. I'm from Arizona, so tamales is a big Christmas Eve thing. And so yeah.
Okay.
So whatever your thing is, it's just a gift card, so you can go buy ingredients to make your main dish. So
the perishables, not the non-perishables. Like I said, I'm just so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Donovan and his mom are out there. I'm going to get you to go out there, let them come in while I do a break, and then when we're just going to talk to them just real quick, and then I'll pull you and Brian back in if you don't mind, just so I can say hi real fast. And we are here at 1100 WSGI. This is One Street Over. I'm Utah Laverne. And I played an ad earlier for Barry and Rebecca's, but I just want to, live endorse them again because, again, these are 2 folks that in the community, they do so much for us and just love on them so much. They are experts at what they do. They are specialists with Robertson County properties, but they also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. Rebecca's one of the first in the area to be a seniors real estate specialist. Barry came out of a marketing background, vice president of a media marketing company for 17 years. He is helping us, bringing that expertise in and helping me in the audio video program. Just can't say enough about this couple and how much they mean to me and how thankful I am for them. If you want to connect with them, very easy to do. You can go to sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy BUY Robertson County. The phone number to give them a call is 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. And when you connect with them, please always let them know that U-Turn sent you. Thank you so much for being a part of what we have going on. I've got the Hiltons in the house. Real quick, and we've only got just a quick moment to say hello, but I do want to say hi to Mom. Donovan comes in, and he does the show with us once a month. And we were talking yesterday, or actually Tuesday, that Mom was going to be in town. And I was like, well, we can just steal a little time from everybody so we can say hi to your beautiful mom. My goodness. How nice to meet you. I'm Laverne.
Hi, Miss Laverne.
Nice to meet you. Love your family. Love your boy here and your girl.
Yes.
My goodness. So where are you from?
I'm from California.
That's what I thought. So, and you're not moving out here like everybody else? Everybody else is just moving here. You're just visiting?
I'm just visiting.
Oh, very good. How long are you going to be in town?
For a week or 6 days.
For 6 days. So
Yes.
so when are y'all officially celebrating Christmas, Malika? Go ahead. When are y'all gonna do Christmas at your house with her? Pull that microphone to you, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna do Christmas at our house
But
probably.
what day have you just? I'm doing it Saturday, so I'm just throwing that out there. So
Really?
videos are doing it Saturday, and seeing you can go do the walk through the Winter Wonderland as part of that, because you can do that Friday or Saturday night. You can walk through Winter Wonderland, and you can see Santa Claus. So you could so if you do it Friday or Saturday at the evening, then you can go do the walkthrough. I think it's like 5 to 8. Something like that. I'll have to look up the hours, but yeah, that's going on. There's also some carriage rides that they're doing this weekend in downtown.
Definitely.
They had to reschedule it because it rained last weekend, and they had to reschedule a day. But you can go check out the Springfield sites, and I'll see if I can't get the details on that. But I'm just saying, there's some opportunities here.
Definitely.
The videos are going to take advantage of all this stuff. So I mean, you guys need to too. So
Definitely.
But well, what do you think about Tennessee?
Oh, I love it. I love it. And of course, my family and my grandsons are here.
Yeah. So how often do you get to visit?
I normally like to come twice a year,
Okay.
and then they come out to me.
Okay. Well, very good. And Donovan, are you glad Mom's in town? Of course you are. I mean, what are you going to say? What a beautiful lady here.
Her flight was delayed and didn't arrive till 2 this morning, so it was rough. It's a rough one, but
So what time did you get here this morning?
what time did you land? About 1?
I landed at 1, but the luggage coming off the carousel was delayed 30 minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
By the time I got here, it was 2.
So,
Drive back, so.
so you picked her up at the airport at 2 and you're here this morning?
Yes, so.
Yes.
forgive my delay.
Oh my goodness. He's like, I told Laverne I'd stop by. So.
Right. On top of that, I'm on Pacific Coast time, so I'm
Oh,
like,
bless. Okay, you got to go take her out to breakfast now, y'all. You got to take her out to breakfast.
Let's do it.
Indeed.
And we truly, I've got to get back to United Way because we got to do some nonprofit stuff here. But anything you want to say to Robeson County for Christmas? Because, I mean, I don't think we'll have an opportunity to talk. Do you have a message for Robeson, for your friends out here, your friends and fans?
Our friends in Robeson County, just enjoy your family, enjoy the small moments, and celebrate and get ready for the new year. That's what it's all about. Just being with family and being in the new year. So,
I like your shirt, Faith. Be strong, be brave, be fearless. You are not alone.
And I like yours. Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, I know. I keep waiting.
I'm a periodic
I've worn
table
this.
girl.
I've worn this to school a couple of times, and none of my students have gone,
FP.
I just keep waiting for them to catch it because it's kind of a covert way to bring some Jesus in.
Yes.
And we're a little lax on our dress code this week because it's Christmas week and that everybody's dressing up like tinsel and wearing Christmas tree stuff and so I thought I'm just gonna wear my Iron Sharpens Iron shirt today and see if anybody knows it's red. It's Christmas red. So anyway,
It
thank
has
you.
a double meaning.
Yes, it does. It's one of my favorites.
Yes.
So thank you. Yes, absolutely. I love it. So do you have a Christmas message for us?
Happy holidays, Springfield.
We say Merry Christmas here.
Merry Christmas.
I get you on that. I know California. Happy holidays. No. None of that. No, we know the reason for the season in Tennessee, man. I'm sorry, I was just messing with you. I love you. You're
Merry
beautiful.
Christmas,
Merry
Springfield.
Christmas. Merry Christmas. Donovan, you got any parting words, brother?
We love you. Merry Christmas and enjoy the time with your families. And thank you for allowing us to squeeze in for a few seconds.
Absolutely. I'm just so, and you've got this now. You've got this to keep of her visit here. And the next time you're in town, come in and spend a little more time with us.
I sure will.
I want to
Thank you
hear a
so
little more
much.
about your life. So it's like people are interesting.
No.
seriously.
Really?
Thank you for. I mean, that was a lot to just get out, come in here, and just say
my
hi.
gosh.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Turner.
Well,
Appreciate
listen,
you.
go take her to breakfast now. Merry Christmas, you guys.
Don't mind if we
All
do.
right. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you
Bye-bye.
too. God bless. God bless.
bless you.
Good to see you guys. Thank you guys. And Merry Christmas. That's what it's all about right now, guys, is just remembering the reason for the season and what we're all about and just loving on and visiting. And like Malika said, enjoy the small moments. Enjoy the small moments. Thank you guys for coming. And we're going to transition back to United Way and all the things going on. They are United Way. They take this
slot every week because they are our bridge builders to the nonprofits here in Robeson County, and what they do is so incredibly important. Cannot say enough about it. They have pointed me to so many of the nonprofits I didn't even know about. So we talked about United Ministries and their food. If you need help with Christmas dinner, you can go to United Ministries. Do you happen to know their hours of operation? It might help if I turn. I forget. If anybody knows the hours of United Ministries, go ahead and throw that up. But everything you can find online. Well, it's like I was mentioning the carriage rides and all the things at Travis Price Park. All you got to do is Google it, and you can find it. Mr. Google is wonderful. I tell my students all the time, you have no idea. We used to have to go to the library and look stuff up. I had a set of encyclopedias just for Sugar Inn. I'm like, that was my Mr. Google right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I remember going to the encyclopedias and dictionary. If I need to know how to spell something, I had to know enough to look it up in a dictionary.
Yay!
His wife is the hero today.
We were so proud of you.
Thank you.
I just a wardrobe emergency. Yeah, right.
I was telling her, bless them, the PTO is doing like a 12 days of Christmas.
Oh, of course.
And so every day is a dress-up day.
Of course.
Which creates just complete havoc in our household. And the socks don't match and all this. And so anyway, to say I despise it would be an understatement.
I'm sorry, I'm giggling.
It's okay. You have to laugh at it. You do have to laugh at it.
How old is your daughter?
9. It's ridiculous. This has been going on since she was 2.
I know. Well, when she was like 6. I mean, you've been saying every year it's something. I'm like, and she's just not that old yet. God bless
she
you.
Is very
As she gets older.
My son, I can dress him while he's eating breakfast. He
don't
never
care.
even knows what's on his body. Yeah. So he's fine. As long as there's a superhero on it, he's cool. So yeah, it's there. My wife got him out the door. Bless her. She should be the hero of the year for every day. So anyway, yes.
I'm sorry. I'm just giggling, but it's just I didn't have girls, so I had 4 boys, and my boys now that they care about what they wear, they look at pictures of how I dress them and they're like, Mom, sweatshirts and t-shirts. Sweatpants and t-shirts. That was their uniform.
Right.
And they went to good pasture, so they did have uniforms. I was like, I didn't have to worry about it.
It makes it easier.
Wear that, you know.
Yeah.
So very fun. Well, welcome.
Thank you so much. A beautiful morning.
Oh,
and we missed something last week, and I've got to correct this. I'm the worst in the world. We missed your birthday last week.
Yes, you did.
And I knew something was not right. And then Tiffany texted me. I had tried to take a social media break, maybe permanent break, and it was the only way I kept up with people's birthdays. I've got like 5 in my memory bank, and it's full.
You're
and you told
fine.
me, and I was gonna put it in my phone. No, because we wanted to give you some love. But I hope you had a wonderful birthday.
I did. I had a
and
wonderful
you had a nice
birthday.
weekend and
Yes.
family and all the good stuff you
Absolutely.
deserve. So
Thank you very much.
So she texted me. Tiffany's always much smarter than me on all this stuff. It's just like I
Yeah.
forgot.
Well, as I heard something about the carriage rides, I'm like, the carriage rides started on Laverne's birthday. I'm like, oh, they start today. Today was Laverne's birthday.
No, it's fine. And and I thought, okay, do I say something? I don't know. We talked about it, and I started to. Well, see, what we had talked a little bit about it at the first of the show, and I was like, it don't matter. And I've been doing this radio thing for so long. You know, you don't think about your special days on radio. You know, but it's like, But well, thank you very much.
Birthdays are an accomplishment, and particularly what we've all been through. Like we should appreciate them a little more. You know what I mean?
Well,
in all seriousness, I appreciate mine.
And 60, it was one of those things. When I turned 60, I've kind of felt 60 all year. So I don't really. It's like, I'm 60. I've been saying I've been 60 for. As soon as I hit 59, I'm like, I'm almost 60. I'm 60. So I just started. I've told the kids from the moment I hit the school in August, I'm 60.
Yeah.
You know, I said I'll be 60 in December is what I kept saying, and so it was good. And having the carriage ride that night, went with some friends to Etta Ray's. So it was real special.
Day.
We had just a great day.
Yeah,
We did. We had it. We celebrated with the kiddos on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, and I'll be honest with you, my boys all forgot to call me on the actual day because we'd actually done the thing on Sunday.
Right.
So trust me, you're fine.
Okay, so
they're in the doghouse. They're in the doghouse, and I do try. I truly don't. It doesn't mess.
You know my thing
It
about
doesn't hurt
social
me at all.
media, but I do think that's one of the good things. Like people want to be like their birthday. Like you should. It's a big deal for people. And it should
Especially
be,
60.
You made it another year, man. Hey, you know we should all be congratulating each other these days. And so, but anyway, we apologize.
No, you're fine.
had a
You're
good
so
birthday.
sweet. I did.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah,
But yeah, my boys, they were in the doghouse a little bit.
You should put them, guilt them. You got the mom guilt you could put on them.
Truly, honestly, though, I was so busy all day because I was at school, and then we went to the carriage rides, and then we went to dinner, and it was like at the end of the day, I was like, the boys didn't call me. It didn't hit me until that moment, and I was like, well, that wasn't very nice, but still, you know, what is in the Lord's Prayer? Don't hold trespasses against people, and if you get your feelings hurt over stuff, no.
But we all like to feel a little special.
Well, yeah, but I was made to feel very special for the whole week. Still, I wish I'd gone to the Sugar Plum Ball. I did not put the timing together. I was like, oh, that would have been a great way to. That was kind of my birthday weekend, and I just completely forgot that thing was coming up. And I'm assuming did you guys go?
No, I didn't.
I know Dr. Causey went. I heard it was
really
fabulous.
good, and the chamber ladies did an amazing job. So kudos to them for bringing that back. Has it been like 20 years or something since it had been around, or something?
I don't know. It's been a while.
18 or 19.
Yeah.
I took the kids because at one time, and we were going to kind of make it a yearly thing. We're like, this is fun. We're going to go and do this, and then they can't. Then they stopped doing it, and I was like, oh, kind of like closing Opryland. I was like, this is going to be a tradition for my family. We're going to all go to this thing, and then they stopped having it. So now that they're bringing it back, I want to get my sons and their brides together and take them. I think that would be a lot of fun, and because it's just neat. It's a dress up thing. And it's
we don't have a lot of those around here. Like we do a lot of stuff.
We have
a few things, but that's like the most formal, and it's around Christmas.
Oh yeah, I mean, Dr. Causey said black tie.
Oh yeah.
He wore tux.
Yeah.
So there you go.
See, and I never went to prom, so I was like, maybe 1 year we can fit it in the
Yeah.
When you have 5 kids, something during Christmas,
That's tough.
That's
it's
a lot.
for a nonprofit.
That's
That's
You gotta save up. You gotta put that's what my husband and I do. Instead of gifting to each other, we just put money aside for all these things our kids want to do that we're like, that's okay.
Experiences.
Yeah, because we don't want to miss these things, but they're so expensive. So we just set money aside for things now. So
adds up fast.
all right, what else we need to talk about, y'all? We've talked about United Ministries food. We've talked about Laundry Love. What else is coming up that you got?
Well, Christmas is coming up, and so there's Kiwanis for Kids. They have, I think, almost 500 kids this year.
Oh, wow.
And so they, if anybody's got some extra time, especially all you Kiwanians, they are packing gifts this week at the YMCA. I did it for a little bit the other day, and you get a name, and then there's tables of gifts, and you just go. You get to play Santa and fill up this big red Santa bag and put stuff in for the kids, and so that's a really cool thing to be able to do this time of year. And so, anyway, I know there's a lot of churches are doing stuff. I saw something from Springfield Baptist online the other day, and just all these churches are pitching in and stuff. So if you don't have a place to, if you're like. For me, for a lot of years, especially when my kids were little, I'm like, I don't know how to give back. I don't know what, I don't have the money just to go buy Christmas for somebody. There are a lot of ways to plug in where you don't even have to be the financial, aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like instead of donating to the Salvation Army, you can come ring the bell for Salvation Army.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I'm helping out with the Salvation Army is finding people to help ring the bell. And really, there's only been a few people do it. So if you want to do it, if you think it'd be a great way to spend a couple hours, please reach out to me. My number is 615-780-2511. Again, that's 615-780-2511. So
that's a cool thing. I don't know. I'm thinking, okay, I'm having Christmas with my family on Saturday, so my next week's not going to be as crazy. Mm-hmm. Maybe I can go be a bell ringer for a couple of hours.
Yes.
I think that's just something that would be like, I ring the bell.
It sounds like Christmas to me.
I love this idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Let me look. My husband's going, Laverne. No, we've got to, because if I try to put something else on my calendar, he just wants to just,
the same way.
But no, I love that idea. What I love, I want to get my grandson out and my granddaughter and us go ring the bell.
Yeah. And you should just sing Christmas carols while you do it. That's I'm going to try to get my kids to do it tonight and go sing Christmas carols with me. I don't know if they will, but we're going to try.
Okay, I think this is just fabulous. I love this idea. I love this idea. You want to go Christmas caroling? How about Christmas caroling in front of Walmart and get some Jesus on people as they go in and ring the bell?
They need some Jesus.
Come on, I love it.
Yeah, that would help.
I love this.
Have you
I
been
love
in
this.
Walmart recently?
I was in there last night until
they
about
need some-
10:30.
They need some Jesus in there.
I was in there until,
I run into you.
oh my gosh, I left Celebrate Recovery and I literally last night to get all my stuff that I need to prep for Saturday because my family's going to be there Saturday. I had to go shopping last night and I was there till 10:30. Now we're going to be just out of time here in a minute, and I have saved this ad until you get here. Where are you on Cumberland Connect?
They no change. That we've signed up and we're just waiting on the guy to come do to tell us to come do the install. They're tied in our neighborhood, so we're like officially like you've got it.
Okay.
And you just say I want it, and then I know this from my parents, and then they will contact you and set up an appointment time. So I have not got an appointment on the books yet, but I expect it literally could be while we could be sitting here. I could get the call.
I know. I'm just
I'll say this too. They're not around here, so I can talk bad about them. My Spectrum bill went up another $5 for no reason, so I'm just like,
my AT&T.
All right, you're on borrowed time. I was like, we'll pay this.
Oh yeah,
but you're on borrowed time. So I would think by the next time I see you, we will probably be rocking and rolling. And I did get to experience it at my folks' house a little bit, and it is amazing.
Oh, it's so cool.
And they've got the $50. They didn't get because they're coming from having literally nothing, and so this is blazing fast to them. So
and you figure a gig is only $80, you guys.
Yeah.
My friend Gwen Harder, I don't know. She's so funny because they've got it now. They got turned. This is the wrong thing. I thought I had a flyer in here for them.
I did actually want to talk about that if we have some time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But they went out to her house. Here it is right here, and I'm not sure which package she got, but she was her speeds were like 1.5. Okay, 1.5,
Yeah.
and she's always sending me these screenshots now. She keeps doing speed tests.
Right.
She sent me one the other day, and it was like 620.
Yeah, it's blazing.
It was insane, and so you can get speeds up to 1,000 megabits per second. That's a gig. $80, y'all. No data caps. Never going to throttle your speed. 24/7, 365 days a year. You're going to get technical support. Go to www.cumberlandconnect.org /workshops, and you can even plug into some of the workshops. I got to get a hold of Caitlin. She's like, she wants to tell me some other points about what they're doing. They're a daily advertiser now, but so excited to have them a part of this show and bring it, because I told her, I said, there's nothing I have more fun talking about than Cumberland Connect, because it's so exciting. If you're a Cumberland Electric customer, you're going to have access to high-speed internet. Get on their list, www.cumberlandconnect.org. Tell them Brian, U-Turn, and Tiffany sent you. Now let's just go right into this because we are just out of time. So talk to me real quick.
Talk a little bit about Connecting Robertson County is actually a United Way. It's funded by the Family Collective, which is part of United Way, and they are amazing. They're doing amazing things in our community. Yesterday, they had a lunch for all the people who do support services for families in the community, and it was really amazing to kind of get together with a lot of other nonprofits and see what everybody's doing. But so one of the things that they are doing is they are collecting hats and gloves and coats and all the warm stuff that is really hard to come by. They're collecting those at the J. Travis Price Park, so it's free to get in, free to go see the lights, but you can buy some beanies or gloves or coat and drop it off, and that will bless families in the community. They're taking all sizes for kids and adults, because we all know mom and dad need to stay warm in order to provide for those kiddos, right? So anyway, I just want to do a big shout out, because I have gotten a lot of requests for coats, and that's not an easy thing to find right now. We have a new project called the Community Closet that we're working on, but we get a lot of the Walmart overstock. So we haven't been doing it for a year, so we have a lot of summer stuff, which is not very helpful right now. But what we're getting a lot is we need to stay warm. We need coats, we need gloves, and it's just an amazing way to be able to help out people in need. And so.
And if you can't afford the coats, those hats, my husband, he's a Yankee, and he'll tell you got to keep your head warm. That's where all the heat escapes from. And so the homeless people that come into the Benevolence Center, one of the first things they ask for is a hat. And because they know it has so much to do with keeping their body warm. So, and Ilyu's going to get me. It's 8:02.
Hat, so we got a hat in your feet too.
Absolutely.
Keep your feet warm, keep your head warm.
And so, but they are gathering coats, hats, and gloves at Travis Price Park at the Winter Wonderland. You can walk through Friday and Saturday night this week, and you can stuff the sleigh there. And if you drive through, there'll be somebody there to get your donations of hats, gloves,
new hat, glove, and coats. 5:30 to 9 is the time that you can drive through until the 23rd. You can walk through Friday and Saturday night this week, and they're also going to have Elf on the screen up there. Merry Christmas, you guys. You're going to be here next week?
Merry Christmas. I will not.
You will not be here.
Kids are home. I've
Okay.
got stuff going on, but so I will see you, I guess, after and I'm traveling the week after.
No, I won't be here, so I'll see you into the new year. Will you be here next
Do
week?
you want me here next week? Yeah, I mean, I can.
You can't. I mean, it's up to you because
Okay.
I mean, I will be here. I will be here, and
Get on the phone.
but
Okay.
seriously, if you've got stuff going on, I can bring Bill Jones on because I haven't talked to him this Christmas yet, and so I know Bill would love to come in and just spend some time with us. So it's up to you.
Okay.
If you want, whatever you want to do, we'll figure it out. Thank you guys for joining us. This is 1100. We're a little over. Sorry, Ilyu. That's our president.
My
of
fault.
Ebenezer
My fault.
Broadcasting. No. It's just been a crazy day. This is 1100 WSGI. God bless. Have a wonderful day.